For that, we have an August panel that is joining us this evening. Ratan Sharda, author and RSS researcher, is with us. Atikur Rahman, who is an Islamic scholar, is with us. Also with us is Sumit Nagpal, an advocate, and Majid Hydari, who's a political analyst, is also joining us this evening. Ratan Sharda, let me begin with you. I'd like to first understand this entire thing that we just broke down for our viewers, the role of the ASI scientific survey. How crucial do you think this is going to be in settling this Gyanvapi dispute?
Well, if one wanted to settle this issue, this could have been settled long back. Unfortunately, while Muslim society wants to have cordial relation and amity with Hindu society, there are mullahs and maulvis who don't want it. The way the Ram Janmabhoomi issue was dragged, similarly this issue is also being dragged. In this case, Aurangzeb and his historians have very clearly established that they destroyed the Gyanvapi Mandir, Kashi Mandir, and on the top of that they built their ugly domes on a very beautiful temple. But we Hindus, who are supposed to be intolerant fascist people, have to run from pillar to post to claim what is theirs. Now, having said that, this particular development today is a positive development, but I don't think it's a grand, very grand success because the exception of that Shivalinga has been made. So what you find will be historically proven that this is a temple and there's been mutilated heavily. Unfortunately, Mughals didn't know that the Nandi always looks at Shivalinga, or they would have destroyed Nandi also.
Because Wazu Khana is off limits. The survey is not allowed.
That's why I said it's partial. That's why I said we don't have to be very satisfied because the crux was the distortion of Shivalinga with horrible design on the top, which can be done at a later stage, and deliberately avoiding this and insulting Hindus. So they are basically the people who are trying to keep on dragging this issue. They will go to High Court now. Then they'll go Supreme Court now.
But so Ratan Sharda, it has been advised by the Supreme Court not to touch the alleged shivling / the fountain that's being claimed by the other side.
Yeah, I know.
But that is why that needs to be protected. We are only avoiding
the problem. Yeah. We are not solving the problem. We are trying to look away from the problem. This was another golden chance for the scholars of the society to go with their own society and let Hindus claim one of the top 3 most revered temples, most revered gods' temples. But unfortunately, it's become a matter of football in the court. Okay. I salute Vishnu Jain, but at the same time, I think society needs to solve the problem. And the courts will solve. It will take years together, and it will create bad blood, which can be easily avoided by being more reconciliatory with each other.
Okay. Mr. Majid Hydari, let me actually bring you in here. I'd like to understand your aspect also to this entire debate. When it is about this protection of religious identity and all at the same time talking about upholding religious freedom, the right to pray, where do you see the Places of Worship Act come in all this? And how do you see that impacting in the way this verdict is really going?
Well, madam, I have 3 major concerns with regard to this case. The first is that we being as a nation which aspires to be the Vishnu Guru, do we want to uphold the communal harmony of 500 years because of this masjid, or do we want to go by new petitions which may put the old relations into bad taste? That is first social and general concern which should be for everybody, that why do we need a court case in this? The second point is that what Honorable Court has today observed and directed. See, this is challengeable before higher courts for 2 accounts. One, that is, this order seems to be the infringement of right to privacy. This infringes that right. And second point is that we have a law which is the Religious Institutions Prevention of Misuse Act of 1988. And it's section 3G, it says about the prevention. For the doing of any act which promotes or attempts to promote disharmony or feelings of enmity, hatred or ill will between different religious, racial, language or regional groups or castes or communities. So any act which could lead to disharmony, as I said in my first point, that is avoidable, and that is what we need at the moment. We do not need this case. This could have been resolved to an extrajudicial, some kind of amicable settlement. We don't need this case because this will only put our centuries of communal harmony into bad taste, and that is what we don't need at the moment. So my point is that even if Places of Worship Act is there, and then we have to look at, yes, importantly, the Place of Worship Act. See, in that clause also, this case becomes a it becomes infectious for that point because it has been a masjid and it needs to continue to be a masjid in light of that law. So, given three laws and given the social dimensions of this case, I believe we should not pursue this case. We have been in communal harmony, four women coming up with a petition as sudden kind of, I love and respect their astha, but sudden astha for worship at a place which has been masjid for 500 years. I mean, it needs to be probed in the angle of if there is some conspiracy to dismantle and demolish the communal harmony of centuries. Yes, over to you.
Okay.